Hey guys, Risque here, and welcome back to Phoenix Wright, Ace Attorney. So last we left off, we were starting to get under Gant's skin, and I'm enjoying that. So I'm just gonna ride that high while I can. Then to make it look like Emma was responsible for the prosecutor's death, said person proceeded to write his name on the jar with the victim's blood. The jar that they then broke on purpose to leave behind a clue, and make Lana believe her sister did it. Remember what you admitted only moments ago? That you personally cut out this bloodless piece of the victim's vest? Ironic, isn't it? Through the very act of creating insurance, you proved that you were the actual murderer. No. It's finally all over. Oh my god. It never ends. Does it just loop on forever? And it just never stops. It does That was close, Wright. You almost had me. We were so close. We were so close. Sorry, but you'll have to do better than that. I refute your allegations. Kiss my ass. I don't really care. What do you mean you refute his allegations? You see, that piece of cloth is illegal evidence. Suck a dick. Everything about you is illegal. What nonsense is this? Illegal evidence cannot be used to convict a suspect. Remember, Edgy? Earlier, old Wright here concealed that piece of cloth. He's driving me nuts. He's been so loud. I'm like, go away. I'm not. Go. So then, what's your excuse for Wright? You do have some conclusive evidence, don't you? Your Honor? I don't have any evidence I can present at this point in time. See, it's the wordage. I didn't withhold, so I can't present it yet. Kiss my ass. Well, that's true. The defense did refuse to present evidence. At that moment, that piece of cloth ceased to be legal evidence. That's not fair. Shut up, Emma. Hoo. Did you actually think you could best me in court? Looks like the last laugh's on you, son. I'm afraid Mr. Gant's claim is legally correct. No, it's not. Well, Mr. Edgeworth? True. Illegal evidence cannot be used to convict a person. Assuming, of course, that the evidence is indeed illegal. Well, Mr. Wright? Seems at last. And it's like they keep doing these little, like, fade-outs to where it seems like, oh, okay, this is, like, the last choice I have to make, or the last thing I have to present. And they just keep doing it over and over again. So it's like, oh, it's really never gonna end, is it? It's just never gonna end. The time for me to reveal my plan has finally arrived. I thought we started doing that like forever fucking ago. Mr. Wright, did you admit to it? That you purposefully and illegally concealed this piece of cloth? I did not. I admit, I refused to present it at one point. Aha! So the evidence is illegal. No, it isn't, Mr. Gant. Huh? It's not that I didn't present evidence then. It's that I couldn't. What do you mean, you couldn't? There are certain procedures involved when presenting evidence. No, Edgy, don't listen to his lies. He's nothing but a coward. He can't really believe. There's only one issue left to be resolved in this trial. Is this evidence legal or not? Very well, let us settle this once and for fucking all. Please, I'm begging. Earlier, you refused to present evidence. If you can prove your conduct was not in violation of the law, do so now. This is my proof, Your Honor. Evidence law. What's this? I've done my homework too, Chief. Indeed, and this guy's fingerprints were on this piece of cloth. However, at that point in time, this was merely a piece of cloth and nothing more. What? You see, it's written right here in this book. The second rule of evidence law. Rule number 1, no evidence shall be shown without the approval of the police department. I found this piece of evidence myself inside your safe. It goes without saying, I did not have approval from the police department. Rule number 2, unregistered evidence presented must be relevant to the case on trial. And here's the crux of the matter. You see, at the time it was impossible for me to prove the relevance between the cloth and the SL9 incident. What? What kind of nonsense is this? You want relevancy? Just take one look at this picture and... Sorry, but can you recall, when was that picture presented? That was shown only a few moments ago. No, he's right. At the beginning of today's trial, that piece of cloth was still meaningless. The person who gave a value as evidence was you, Damon Gant. You yourself confessed to a certain truth. Let me verify this once more. On the day of the crime, you personally cut out this piece of the victim's vest? Oh, yes. No. It was then that you approved this cloth as conclusive evidence. I don't want to hear that phrase ever again. Ever. Yes, you, the chief of police, personally approved this cloth as conclusive evidence. The only person who could have cut this conclusive evidence from the victim's conclusive evidential vest is the one who stood before Prosecutor Marshall with this conclusive evidence in his final moments. In other words, the real murderer, and there's only one person who that could be according to this conclusive evidence. Damon Gant. The killer, according to the conclusive evidence, was you. Wahahahaha. Heh heh, oh, bro's losing it. Oh god. Oh, this is legitimately terrifying. Oh no. Take a goddamn Xanax. I know I should have gotten rid of him. That good-for-nothing scum. For 2 years he's been snooping around the department trying to get something on me. Crimes are being committed every day, yet he insisted on hounding me. Well, your crime wasn't exactly petty. He wanted to reinvestigate the case. He recruited Angel Starr, then convinced Bruce Goodman. Detective Goodman. Yeah, that's right. If the evidence is transferred, I'll lose my only chance to find out the truth. Please, you've got to help me. Goodman turned him down, as he ought to. Still, Jake Marshall didn't know when to quit. He stole Goodman's ID card and tried to take the evidence. Goodman came to me that day. He wanted to file a lost item report. I went with him to the evidence room. Then all of a sudden he decided to speak out. What are you talking about, Goodman? Can you please reopen the investigation, Chief? We can't transfer the evidence out. There are too many questions left unanswered. He opened his evidence locker and as he was taking the evidence out, he said, "It's not too late. I'm going to hand all this over to Marshall." Well, to be honest, I was a bit taken aback by his words. I had a bad feeling when he came to see me, but I never thought he'd bring up SL9. That's when I saw it, that accursed knife. I couldn't just pull it out. Doing so would have only led to more blood, making it near impossible to hide your crime. Even so, the blood was just pouring out. I didn't know who might stumble in, so I hurried to wipe it up. I was worrying so much about the floor I didn't realize my fatal mistake. The bloody handprint on Detective Gumshoe's locker. I used to be known as the crime computer, but everyone has to start somewhere, I guess. I was too nervous. I had no business doing any of it. Then you put the body in my car. I'm sorry, I couldn't think of any other way to move the body. Use your own fucking car. Broke your trunk, but what's the big deal? You make a lot more than us detectives ever will. Grr. Yeah, that's a valid grr. Edgeworth, I'd be pissed too. Leaving the prosecution's car aside, how? How could you get Miss Sky involved in all this? Well, she had as much to lose as I did if the truth came out. So you took the evidence from Detective Goodman's locker. I felt bad for having to do it. I also didn't have the time to pick and choose what to take. So... you've left the jar fragments and the glove. Yeah. Looks like I was better off being an investigator of crimes than a committer. They all did their best to get in my way. I've got to hand it to them. They do their jobs well, much to my dismay. Fake evidence doesn't hold up very well upon close examination. You must have known that. Tell me, Worthy, why do you stand in court? Me? You despise criminals. I can feel it. You and me, we're the same. No, you're not. Don't insult Edgeworth like that. One day you'll understand. Oh, believe me, you will. You're just one man. You'll see what it really takes to bring them down once you try to go it alone. They sound like old people that are like, oh, when you're older you get more conservative. Like, no. No, I really, no. Hate to break it to you. It's like, no, you just have no moral compass. That's the difference. It has nothing to do with you being older. Well, looks like it's time to say goodbye. Oh, Udgy. What? Looks like we'll have to cancel that lunch date. Sorry, old friend. He doesn't get to just waltz up out of here. I'm sorry too, Damon Gant. I knew you as you used to be long ago. You were once a fine investigator and example to others on the force. I'm sorry to learn that you are no longer that person. Those days are gone now, Edgy. Thanks for all the memories, though. Don't worry, you'll be fine. This bro is a sociopath. Sociopath. He needs to die. Like, die. Not that all sociopaths need to die, but he needs to die. Now you have Wright here. And Worthy. With these two around, you can't go wrong. In fact, I can hear them already. The melodious sounds of a new beginning. Fucking freak. There are two things I want you to understand. Yes? First, your sister never hurt anyone. Second, Damon Gant betrayed you from the beginning. You see, Miss Sky? You no longer have any reason to keep silent. You're right. When this trial is over, I'll tell everything. All that I've done these past 2 years. From the time I had Gant help me forge evidence up until today. So, seems all the questions raised in this trial have been answered. Thank God. I'm sorry, Miss Sky. I couldn't get you out of all your trouble. My, what high standards you have for a rookie. I can see why Mia thought so highly of you. Who knows? A few years from now, you just might make it to the top. I owe you my thanks, Mr. Wright. Miss Sky. And to you too, Mr. Edgeworth. You've suffered every bit as much as I have over these past few days. Believe me, I know how much of an ordeal it's been for you. It was nothing. Liar. I was worried the pressure might break you. And yet, you rose above it all and guided Mr. Wright to victory. You've done well, Mr. Edgeworth. Stop it, I only did my job. In light of this case, seems a good self-examining is in order for all of us. Miss Sky? Yes, Your Honor? You are innocent of murder. However, although the chief blackmailed you, the fact is you still acted as his accomplice. The trial will be scheduled for these crimes at a later date. Yes, I understand, Your Honor. Is there something amusing about all of this? Why are you smiling? It's been a long time, Your Honor. A long time since I felt free of these heavy chains. Well, the trial has gone on far too long already. Bro, who are you telling? Regarding the charge of murder, this court finds the defendant Miss Lana Sky. Hell yeah. That is all. This court is adjourned. Thank you, God. Actually, on that note, this is short, but I feel like we're gonna get like an epilogue and stuff, so I'm just gonna go ahead and end this episode here. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe, share this with your friends, hit the bell so you don't miss an upload, and I'll see you guys next time.